Okay, fellas, let's do it.
Prosper log, show date 150110. How's everybody doing this evening? I'm doing okay. Whoa. I'm good. What you're hearing is the duet of The Best Is Yet to Come by Vic Fontaine and Benjamin Sisko from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Yep. Listen to it. Avery Brooks. Pure talent there. If for some reason acting didn't work for him, he could have had a career in music. He still can. Alrighty. Folks, this week's entry is brought to us by our good friends at Kevinator's Booze and Metal Show, hosted by my good friend Kevin Sherman. Kevin, how's it going? You're doing good. You're doing good stuff. I'm looking forward for your next entry. A prosperous salute to you. Now, folks, before I bust out this week's beverage of choice, I got to come clean about something. Last week when I made my football picks, I misread the playoff bracket. Okay, and I based my picks off of that misread. I had read it that the highest remaining seed would go to New England and the lowest remaining seed would go to Denver. I read it backwards. However, things still worked out in my favor. The Colts are playing in Denver this weekend, and the Ravens are playing in New England this weekend. So for that, I'm drinking a crap beer. Josh Baker, you did not have to call me out on that one. I'm doing it all on my own. This week's beverage of choice, Bud Light Line-A-Rita. 25 fluid ounces of death. What's the ABV on this thing? 8%. Ugh. I'm gonna die. I've had this before. This sucks. Proper beverage opening apparatus, proper technique. Since I'm punishing myself, doing it straight from the can. Like they said, the best is yet to come. It's only going to get better from here on out, I hope. Ladies and gentlemen, cheers to y'all. Kapla! They say in the Klingon Empire. Ugh. Oh, this sucks. Ugh. Alright. Got to start this one out with the birthdays. Got to start it out right. From the 5th. A girl I went to high school with, Jera Cheeseman, as I knew her. Now Jera Becker. Jera, how's life treating you? Hope things are going well for you. Hope you had a happy holiday. Hope you had a birthday. Ugh. I wish I hadn't messed up last week. That way I could drink to you in the proper way. Ugh. Alright, next on the list. From the same day, his birthday party was today, actually. Chris Cruz. Now, Chris is my neighbor here at Earth Station, Okinawa. Chris, little buddy, how you doing? I hope you enjoyed your birthday party. Actually, I think you did. If I'm going to quote you right, I think you said best birthday ever. Chris, my buddy, you're too young to enjoy one of these right now, so cheers and root beer to you. Hey, look at it this way. Take a root beer, pour it in a square glass. You have beer. Cheers and squared root beer to you, my friend. Alright, next up. On the 6th, the lovely Desiree Wardell. Now, I met her when I first got here to Earth Station Okinawa about a year ago. Desiree, how's life treating you? I hope things are going better for you. To you, my friend, I give you the prosperous salute. Happy birthday, and drink something better than this garbage. Alright, next on the list. Now, you're probably getting ready to ask, why are you giving him birthday love? He was not a main character. Well, you're right. He's not a main character. He did not play a main character, excuse me. But he's on my Facebook. The one and only Aron Eisenberg, better known to us Trekkies as Nog on Deep Space Nine. Aron, my friend, how's life treating you? Hope you had a good birthday. And I just got to... I may have to pause here in a moment. But, Aron, happy birthday to you. I got to say, as one of several fans, that I thought you just did a remarkable job playing the character of Nog after he had his leg blown off in the Dominion War. I've read that a lot of veterans have come up and applauded you for your portrayal of Nog post leg shot off. My hat's off to you, my friend. It really is. Well done. Well played. The Prosper salute to you. Ugh. And I can't believe I'm toasting you with this garbage. Ugh. All right. Next on the list, from the 7th, it's a gal I have yet to meet in person, yet she did a huge favor for my wife and I. In fact, she did that favor twice. She made personalized football jerseys. I'm talking about you, Samantha McClinton. I know you as Samantha Reed. Hope life's treating you well in Italy. I hope you're living it up. I hope you're making the best you can out of that situation. The Prosper salute to you for making those jerseys for me. Ugh, and I drink. I think I'm going to Ralph here in a little bit. Ugh. All right, now, his next birthday is the same situation as Aron Eisenberg. He didn't play a main character, but he's on my Facebook. Mark Allen Shepard. Now, who the hell is that, you're probably asking? He played Morn on Deep Space Nine, on an episode of Voyager, and an episode of The Next Generation. Now, I'm going to go on record and quote my favorite Morn line. Best I got. Mark, happy birthday. I hope it was a good one. And please, take after Morn and drink something better than this. Ugh. And the last birthday from the 9th, Jim Duncan. Now, I worked with him in Germany. Jim, I hope you had a happy birthday. I hope your better half Nicole spoiled the crap out of you. You deserve it. And drink something better than this if you drink. All right. Birthdays. Done. Couple real quick anniversaries. First, mine from the 6th. On January 6th, 2007, I married a woman that would eventually become my house commander. You probably heard her in the background. She's been fighting a bug here lately that not even the doctors here on ESO could figure out. Excuse me. Robin, I love you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for everything you continue to do for me. Thank you for everything you're going to do for me. Oh, and definitely, thank you for this early Christmas present. This is one of several things I plan to unveil over the course of however long it takes me to do it. I love you. She and I put 8 years in the books on the 6th. I am so happy. We celebrated a little bit tonight, and yeah, I love her. I really love you. And also another anniversary from the 6th, Marshall and Paige Rochfort. Now that I know how to pronounce it, I actually saw you two today. Happy anniversary to the two of you. Drink something better than this crap, for the love of God. Please do. Ugh. All right. Next additional greeting. Careen Lewis. Now, she's a gal that I kind of work with here at Earth Station Okinawa. I do, but I don't. It's hard to explain. She's a Lions fan. Careen, sweetheart, I'm with you. I honestly think that the Lions could have pulled it off. Even though I thought the Cowboys were going to win, I was rooting for the Lions. I really was. Careen, to you, the Prosper salute, and drink some. Ugh. Cheers. Ugh. Next on the list, is it Sugin or Sugin? Sugin. Which one is it? Musgrave. how are you doing, my dear? I hope life's treating you well. I see you're still bebopping around in Germany. Sugin, I'm glad you asked about me the other night. This bug with Robin was weighing on me. I'm really glad you took the time to reach out, see if I was doing all right. I'm doing okay. I just had a lot on my mind, and it's all working out. Thank you very much. Next on the list, this is another guy I knew when I was in Germany. Justin McCullough. Hey, nice name. Justin, how you doing, bud? How's life treating you? I saw recently that your fiance just boarded a jet plane. I hope everything's okay. Yeah, drop me a line sometime. Drop me a line. Say hi. Say hey. Say what's up, man. How's it going? I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'm going to try to drop you a line here soon. Ugh. Thing is, I got to finish that before this is over with. All right, and the last two shout-outs I'm going to give to a wonderful couple I know here at Earth Station Okinawa because, well, I can. The Shannons, Dustin and Monica. I hope you two are doing okay. I know Dustin's doing all right. Monica, I hope you're doing okay. I enjoy seeing you guys every time I do. Additional greetings. Done. Let's talk about some football this week. Talk about the gridiron. All right. This week it's the divisional round. Now, AFC, honestly, the way it worked out last week, it could go either way this week. I think if Pittsburgh would have won, the division would go to New England. But honestly, as it stands right now, looking back at history, Ravens-Patriots could go either way. Broncos-Colts could go either way. And I'll explain why here in a minute. AFC is up for grabs at this point. Excuse me. All right. Ravens-Patriots. I'm pegging the Ravens to win. I'm just looking at recent history. They totally upset everybody when they won the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Go with the Ravens on this one. Last time they were in the playoffs, went all the way. I have a feeling they're gonna make the cheaters suffer. Panthers, Seahawks. I got the Seahawks pegged to win because I don't think the Panthers can do it. But I'm rooting for the underdog on this one. Go Panthers. Colts, Broncos. Now, here's the thing. Like I was mentioning about Colts and Broncos earlier, in the War of 1812, between the two quarterbacks, their records are 1-1. 1 win and 1 loss each against each other. And Peyton Manning has a history of choking in the playoffs. I think Manning's going to choke. Go Colts. Colts strong. Colts are going for it this time. I think the Colts are going to win. And Cowboys Packers. I pegged the Packers to win earlier, and I got to thinking about it. And there's three things that the Packers know how to do. They know how to play, or two things the Packers know how to do. They know how to play at Lambeau, and they know how to play in the cold. And that's where the Cowboys and the Packers game is going to be this weekend, up at Lambeau. I'm pegging the Packers to win. I hope the AFC game is at Lucas Oil Stadium this year. Because if it is, that means it's Colts Ravens. And we dealt with the Ravens earlier this season, I believe, if memory serves. Yeah. We dealt with the Ravens earlier in the season. I think we can do it again in the playoffs. We just got to get there. All right. There's football. Let us go into the historical database, shall we? This week's featured episode, The Return of the Archons. The Enterprise discovers a planet where the population act like zombies and they obey the will of their unseen ruler, Landru. This one was good, but this one was kind of messed up. I had mixed feelings about this one. This episode started out in July 1964 as a story outlined by Gene Roddenberry entitled The Perfect World, later retitled Paradise XML, Visit to Paradise, and Landru's Paradise, which was a candidate to be the first Star Trek pilot alongside The Cage and The Women. After the former was chosen by NBC, Roddenberry's story idea rested for more than 2 years. Excuse me. Ooh, sorry, that was close. In August 1966, freelance writer Boris Sobelman picked up Roddenberry's original story and developed it further, retitling it The Return of the Archons. Man, somebody really should have done a grammar check there. Bobby Clark, who leaps through a window and then cries out, "Festival! Festival!" has his only speaking role in the series in this episode. A frequent stunt performer on the series, he can also be seen as one of Chekhov's vaporized henchmen in Mirror, Mirror. Now, this one requires some citation, but some of Harry Town's dialogue was dubbed by Walker Edmiston. Edmiston also dubbed an unnamed lawgiver who runs into the hall of audiences after Landru was destroyed by Kirk. Spock is seen sleeping in this with his eyes open in this episode. I have a theory about that. I'll touch on it later as we continue. Just why Festival takes place or how frequently it occurs is never made entirely clear. However, in his write-up of the episode in Star Trek IX, James Blish describes Roger telling Tula that as he consoles her during the aftermath, "It's over for another year." Sounds like football season. According to the trivia section on the video release, the Archons was a club Gene Roddenberry belonged to at school. I wonder what they did. This episode has the only teaser to fade out with a close-up on George Takei. The first act opening is also unique, featuring Kirk's log narration playing over 3 different shots of the Enterprise in orbit around Beta 3. I'm going to regret this. The absorption console that Mark Blond uses appears later, with modifications, as Norman's relay station in I, Mud, a control panel on Memory Alpha and the lights of Zetar, the housing for the cloaking device in the Enterprise incident, and the Elba 2 force field control panel in Whom Gods Destroy. The cell in this episode shows up later in the original series episodes Errand of Mercy and Cat's Paw. Hang on just a second. The location scenes for this episode were filmed at the 40 Acres backlot in Culver City, the same place where Miri and the City on the Edge of Forever were shot. Best known for their use as Mayberry in the Andy Griffith Show, the sets on this section of the backlot were originally constructed to portray 19th century Atlanta for Gone with the Wind in 1939. When Kirk tells the Enterprise materialization complete upon beaming down, this, along with the 3rd season episode For the World is Hollow and I Have Touched the Sky, marks the only time that any landing party informs the ship as a matter of course that transportation has been affected. Christopher Held, who played Lindstrom in the series, is beamed by a softball-sized prop rock while escaping the festival enraged crowd, but keeps running so as not to ruin the take. Excuse me, good man. This is the first mention of the Prime Directive. A subplot involving Lindstrom falling in love with a local girl was cut from the episode's final draft script. That would have taken away from it, I think. Excuse me. This marks one of 4 times Kirk is able to talk a computer to death. This is a skill Excuse me. This skill is also used in The Changeling, I Mud, The Ultimate Computer, and The Ultimate Computer, with an honorable mention going to What Are Little Girls Made Of, in which Kirk's arguments get Ruck, the android, so riled up that he suicidally attacks Corby. Any other Scotty fans out there? This is the first episode in which Scotty assumes command of the ship. Probably because this is the first time he's shown to have the opportunity. This episode was adapted into issue 9 and 10 of IDW's New Timeline Star Trek comic. The preview trailer gives a start date for this episode as 3192.1. Do I have anything else on this? Nope, that was it. All right. Ugh. Time to choke down the last of this slop and foam. I'm going to have to space it out a little bit. All right, folks. You know what time it is? It is time for me to depart. So everybody, take care. Have an awesome night or day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. If you do, name it after me. Don't drink and drive because, well, you might spill your drink. But more importantly, you might kill yourself or someone else. And drinking and driving is more illogical than being a Sequest fan. And what's worse than that is rooting for little crybaby girls like Tom. Giselle won't let me go to the Pro Bowl, and Bill doesn't love me anymore, and Eli Manning's my kryptonite, and I can't stand up when I pee because I'll go everywhere. Brady, men slapping women, racism, animal abuse, fake friends, people who welch on bets, or anyone who is a member of, supports, or defends the Westboro Baptist Church. Things like that are highly illogical, and I will not make time for them. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all to live long and prosper. Empty as a brain cells, the average Sequest fan.